Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your boy Mike, aka Scarfinger, aka PTC AC Representer, and I am going to be doing something I probably should have done a while ago. I am going to tell you a little bit about what I did, what I came up with the candle making, and more specifically for me, making wax melts. So like I said in the last two videos, I bought a kit, and I also did an unboxing of my stuff from Candle Science. Actually, no, I didn't do the unboxing. I just posted a picture of what I got from Candle Science, if I'm not mistaken. Now I'm really second guessing myself. That's probably not a good thing. Okay, first things first. Let's get this out of the way. I need a haircut, and I should probably get to that relatively soon. The more you know. But I did so for the past 2 weeks, I have been going through the process of learning how to make candles, and more specifically making wax melts. Like I said in a previous video, my sister sells warmers. And she didn't really have anything to go with it except for some oils that she was getting from the place where she gets the warmers. And I wanted to do something, I thought it would be cool to do, and to find something else to do. I haven't been painting a lot lately. I've done a little bit, but not nearly enough for me to really go, really do a whole bunch of videos. And in the age of COVID, like we'll say that, in the age of COVID, it's been really tough to try to just get up enough to do videos, like that type of thing. So I just kind of gravitated to something different. That's not saying that the paintings are gonna go away, but I'm probably gonna be shifting to more of a balance, because candle making for me has been like super fun, like super fun. And so I ended up making the stuff that was in the kit. Then I actually made the second kit, which is the one that I wanted to make, where I actually made wax melts, which are these. And we'll get into these, like the fragrances, the colors, and stuff like that. As you can see, I've only really used any of this one, because when I had a little bit too much wax, I kind of put them in little cups, and I've been using the little cups instead around here. But I still have all of these sitting here that the ones that I've made and I've labeled. We'll talk about labels in a minute, because it's been hard out here for a pimp, like with these labels. With these labels, it's been super hard out here for a pimp. So yeah, let's get to it. For the original kit, like I said, originally I had no thoughts about actually making candles. I really wanted to focus on making wax melts, to be able to that's where I wanted my time to what I wanted my time to be put into. So I had zero thoughts about making actual candles. So I did the first kit first, just so I can get an idea of how to do it. Now I ended up making these candles, and these candles are cool, but I had no real interest in it, so I didn't really try that hard. It was just for me to see what it actually was. I will say, for that kit, I liked it, and I had fun making these candles. The biggest problem that I had was they were scented candles, and the fragrance oil that was in that kit was about half of the amount that I probably would have used, knowing what I know now. At the very least, I would have used a whole ounce, but it was a half an ounce, and the smell isn't very strong on these at all. And I had these two, and then this one, the smaller one, and then a bunch of tea lights. I don't even have anything to put tea lights into, so they just kind of in a bag in a corner somewhere, because I have no idea what I'm going to use them for or how I'm going to use them. Probably, I'll try to find something to put them in and like break out the tea lights when the lights go out or something like that, which doesn't happen very often, but it does happen. Richmond, what are you gonna do? But I think these came out actually pretty well. As you can see, this is reversed, so like when it looks like I'm doing stuff like moving it off the screen and stuff like that, this is actually reversed. I was very surprised of how smooth this kind of came out. I think I did have to go over this one with a heat gun. I didn't actually press the hole all the way like I was supposed to, and you can see I didn't really trim my wick. Put that closer. I didn't really trim my wick because I don't really have much of a use for this candle, especially because the fragrance oil is so low that I can't really do. I can't do anything with this if I wanted to smell good anyway. But if you can see, there's a hole that I tried to fill with the heat gun, but I didn't poke it like Jeff Stanley told me to. I've been watching a lot of Jeff Stanley to get the whole candle making and all of that kind of stuff. And I followed a few other people. The lady at Lady Simone. I don't know her YouTube name. I might want to put that in the show notes or the episode. Well, the video description. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm a podcaster too, so like I do show notes and stuff like that. So I've been following a lot of people, and I just kind of getting ideas and about like what you're gonna have to do if you want to turn this into something. And to be honest, I kind of want to at this point. Like I said, originally I got in this to help my sister out. I made a bunch of wax melts in a bunch of different fragrances, like a ton. And even like the kit had these 3 in it, with 3 different fragrances, 3 different colors. And then I went to Candle Science and bought a whole bunch of stuff on my own, and I made sets of these, which doesn't even include one of them, which I made that. I had a cinnamon vanilla, and while I was waiting for my Candle Science order to come in, the day before, I just kind of decided to make some. So I went to Michael's and I bought a mold, a silicone mold, and then I just used the mold. I did everything I was supposed to do with the wax, except for I didn't have any color yet because my Amazon order hadn't came in yet. And so I just made, stuff. Like I just kind of made. I took the cinnamon and vanilla, and I just made something out of it. I probably should have waited because I would have liked to have been able to add some color to it, and but no. Everything just kind of went cool. The silicone mold worked well, so like maybe there'll be a lot more to do with different kind of molds later, because that actually worked out pretty decent for me. So I will say my experience has been pretty decent so far. Now, I have been doing something that I probably shouldn't. Everyone has, going through all of these candle terms and stuff like that, fragrance loads and stuff like that. My fragrance load has been pretty low. And that's why when I started labeling these, now, about the labels, I said I would say something about that later. I could not find the right size labels for these, with the exception of the clear labels. And I don't want to do clear labels until I really know what I'm doing. So I ended up having to use like some old address labels. So I had to use some address labels. And because I didn't do as high of a fragrance load as what a lot of people said I probably should have, especially because my Candle Science order, I didn't order a bunch of fragrance because I'm still in the learning process of it all. And so I actually put, if you can see it down there, I put 1x fragrance. So instead of doubling the fragrance load, I only put basically 1 ounce to a pound, like they suggest when you start. So I put 1x fragrance on it just to be like, this is what I did for now. This is not what it's going to be later, especially once I really get into this and I start ordering a lot of stuff from Candle Science. Candle Science mostly is gonna be a completely different situation. Now, the Candle Science thing. Candle Science is really dope. Probably the dopest thing about Candle Science is both of the times I placed orders, the order came in the next day because I'm in Virginia. Candle Science is in North Carolina, and as long as everything said North Carolina, I'm pretty much golden to get everything for the next day. And they have been great. The shipping prices are foul. Like, they are just really bad. The shipping prices are horrible, even with my small orders that I've been ordering. The two that I've done, I mean, just the small orders, the shipping has been like $15+. And I've heard of people who are buying things in bulk, and like, bruh, the shipping on their orders is like $100. That's a lot. I wish I wish there was somewhere in Virginia that actually like did this stuff, so I could just take a trip, like hop in the whip on a Saturday and just go down and just get it. But the only place is Virginia Candle Supply, but Virginia Candle Supply is in Tennessee. Yeah, they probably started in Virginia. I don't really know the whole story there, but yeah, they're in Tennessee, and that doesn't really work out in my favor. Oops, I'm knocking stuff down. I didn't mean to knock stuff down. But in all actuality, like, Candle Science works out very, very well for me, and for what I need right now. There are some other places that I want to order some things from, places that have like different scents, like Aztec and Lone Star. I heard that the shipping from Lone Star is even worse, because shipping into and out of Texas seems to be pretty substantial. So stay tuned on that one, because yeah. But I'm probably only going there for fragrances. Well, except for Aztec, because Aztec got some different blends of waxes that might actually work out for me if I decide to branch out from where I am right now, which means I kind of want to play around with candles. I don't necessarily know if candles are actually going to be my thing. I'm just being 100% honest with everybody. Candles seem much more involved than just doing wax melts. The wax melts, I make the wax melts, I put them in the clamshells, let them cool off, give them a little bit of time, and they're wax melts. With candles, like, you have to get in there and you have to make the candles, you have to test them so that you can see about how your fragrance oil works, and like, there's a lot more stuff involved with candle stuff, which I'm gonna play around with. I just placed a Candle Science order, and I'll probably do an unboxing of the Candle Science order later. Basically, I just got some new scents, some more wax, a lot more wax. Well, I doubled the amount of wax that I got, and I got some different fragrances that I'm gonna get to play with, and yeah, then so I'm gonna do that, and then I did actually buy some tins. Now, in between waiting for this Candle Science order to get done, I went to Hobby Lobby and I bought some tins to play with. My foot's been hurting, so I can't really stand there and do it. I have issues with my feet sometimes, so I did buy some tins. I bought these to play with. I already put my wick in, and I, based off of Jeff Stanley's recommendation, I used the red. Is it called HTV, or some sort of gasket sealant to adhere my wicks to the bottom, and that stuff works great. I took a pin and stripped it like kind of how he does, and just kind of just made sure that it was centered and everything like that. So those have been they've been wicked for a few days. So hopefully sometime very soon I can go ahead and get those candles made and then test the candles out. I've printed out several different candle test sheets. Now some people have them in this digital, and I'm cool with the digital, but I wanted to handwrite the first few before I start trying to get. Well, first of all, I ain't trying to get no wax or nothing on my tablet. That's not what's hot in these streets. And if I'm going to record it, I usually record with my phone, so I can't really use my phone to do it. So I would have to use my tablet to record. To record those my findings from the candle testing. So I'm gonna start off with, I bought a few tins, and you'll see that during the unboxing, and I'm gonna try that, and with all of the testing and stuff like that, I'm probably going to determine whether candle making is going to be for me, and if it is, then I'll start working towards actually making this a legitimate business, because the idea, I didn't realize there was so much involved in candle making, especially with making sure that you got candle insurance and stuff like that. I never thought about hey, you sold somebody a candle and that candle burned down somebody's house because they didn't do something right, and that can come back to you. I did, when I made the wax melts. Okay, remember, it's flipped, so it's a little weird for me. I did, however, buy safety stickers, and the safety stickers are on the back. Now, the thing about the labels is I could not find the right labels to cover the front of this locally. I can't order them online, and I'm probably gonna have to, because what I really want to do is put the safety sticker inside, but if I would have put the safety sticker behind here, it would have been a big circle around where the safety sticker was, and it would kind of look stupid. I just ended up having to use some address labels for now, so that I can actually get that done. But I will say the process has been really dope. I don't know, do y'all really want me to go over the scents and what I think of them? The ones from the kit that I've tried so far, probably the best one so far has been the agave nectar, the only one that I've actually used some of. That stuff has been great, but I have no idea how to get more of it because it was through Country Lane and it was in the kit. I have not seen it out. I have not seen just the fragrance oil outside of the kit, so I don't know how I'm going to pull that part off. because apparently at feedback from my sister, that seems to be the favorite among the people that she's done testing with also. So I can just do, I don't know how I would do it. Like, do you want like separate videos of me doing the fragrances and like what I think about them and what I used? All of this stuff was just in the kit, so I can't really like pretend like I chose these and I chose the colors. They just all came in the kit this way. But everything else, I actually bought the dyes and I chose the fragrances. So if you want that, I can do that. That's just easy content for your boy. And like at this point where I haven't been doing a whole lot of videos, easy content is just is easy, and I can whip that out real fast. Do a whole bunch of stuff where I can do a few at a time or something like that. I don't know. It seems like that's probably something that can happen, and it's probably something that should happen real soon. So yeah, man. So I'm gonna do 2 videos probably within the next 24 hours. There's probably not gonna be a whole lot happening tomorrow because it's my birthday, and I want to get out and like do something. I don't know what I want to do yet, because like it's the age of COVID and everything ain't what it used to be. At the very least, I won't go out to eat and do some things. It maybe even is probably going to even be Saturday before I can actually really get out and do what I want to do. But yeah, man. I'm turning 41. I look like I'm 61. You see all that gray? Man, I need a haircut. But yeah, the candle stuff, the candle making process and the wax melt making process. I don't know. What do you call it? Like, because I want to focus on wax melts and not making candles. Do I call myself a candle maker or a Chandler? Or nothing? I ain't never seen Friends before in my life. Let's be, because every time I say a Chandler, people kind of look at me like, Friends? No, I ain't never seen no Friends. Living single, bruh. See this chocolate? Living single. But I want to get into some more stuff. The videos is kind of weird because the process is exactly the same. The only difference in what I'm doing is, especially for like making all of these different wax melts, the process was exactly the same. The only thing that was different was the different colors, how much I used of the color, and the fragrance oil, which you can't smell. So like that's not really anything I can really like what can I do at that point? So I don't know. I'll work it out. I'll work it out on my end, and then we can discuss later. But if you, like I said, if you do want my opinions on the fragrances and how they've worked, I know Jeff Stanley has done videos where he compared the scents out of the bottle versus actually in the wax. That could be a thing where I can do that, because I still held on to my bottles so that I knew what, even the ones that I used, I still held on to the bottles so that I knew what would work and where I got them from, because there's a lot that I didn't get from Candle Science. There's a few that I haven't gotten from Candle Science, which is basically all of the ones in the kit, and this lavender lemon that I love the smell of. I really love the smell of that one. And like, I'll just go through the whole process. So like, we'll do that. That is what we're going to do. I am going to break it down, and then because I know this is getting really long, so I'm going to break it down, and I'll do videos just kind of talking about a few of them at a time, and we'll get that thing popping. So thank you again for joining me on this journey. I know that the painting journey just doesn't stop. It doesn't stop at all. I still enjoy it. It's just about finding the time to do it at this point. And the rest of it is what it is. So thank you for checking your boy out. I'm probably going to be doing, especially while I'm doing a lot of testing, I'm probably going to be putting a lot of stuff into Patreon for Patreon people to basically have first dibs once I get everything made and tested. While I'm still in my testing phase, Patreon people are probably going to get first shot at whatever I make, because they put in on this every month. So like, why not them, right? So they're gonna have first shot at this. So if you really want first shot at this, or at any of the products that I'm making, please go to the Patreon. If you're just in the $5 tier, you're gonna be eligible to get a hold of some of this stuff, and you'll be able to help me figure out what works and what doesn't. I'm gonna do some testing on my own, and then I'm gonna try to see if I can get this thing popping. So thank you again for checking your boy out and for rocking with me on my several different journeys. I think I'm probably gonna need a website, so that's gonna be a thing, and I'm going to have to do that relatively soon. And then like all of the things with like labels and branding and all of that kind of stuff, because right now I just named everything what the package said, but like I want to kind of do some cool names. Like I want to make some, I kind of want to do this. So this is going to be a thing for a little while. It's probably going to take a couple months for me to really get this right. And then once I get it right and get the business license and all of that kind of stuff, it's going to be on and popping. So if you want to get on early, I suggest a Patreon, or if you want to holler at your boy, I can do donations for test products, and I can figure out how to do that way. So do the things. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. When I get to 100 subscribers, well, I'm at 81, I believe now. And once I get to 100, I said that once I got to 100, I would do a painting. But I mean, you might get some candles or some wax melts. If that's what you really want, I can work that out for you. And I can work that out for you pretty easily. So do the things. Make sure that you're subscribed. Make sure you get your friends to subscribe, and let's get this thing popping. I'm really excited about something good and something that can actually turn into a pretty decent side hustle. And who knows, this may actually become my main hustle. And I'm excited to see where this goes. So, peace out.